In Illinois, we guarantee as a fundamental right a woman's right to choose.
When the state of Illinois recently passed a bill enabling the abortion industry to target preborn children up to the moment of birth, one local bishop took an unusual stand. Bishop Thomas Paprocki of the Diocese of Springfield announced he will not allow Illinois Senate President John Cullerton and Speaker of the House Michael J. Madigan, Catholic politicians who backed the new law, to receive Holy Communion until and unless they repent. Catholic abortion promoters, of course, condemned Bishop Paprocki's action, arguing that it inappropriately weaponizes and politicizes the Eucharist. And even some Catholic leaders weighed in against it, including Cardinal Blaise Cupich of Chicago, who called it counterproductive. However, this isn't the first time a bishop has refused communion to Catholic politicians who opposed the Church's moral teachings. In the spring of 1962, Archbishop Joseph Rummel of New Orleans excommunicated a Democratic judge named Leander Perez and two other politicians. Rummel had spent a decade pleading with white Louisiana Catholics to repent of the sin of racism. Earlier that year, he had officially ordered the schools in his diocese to desegregate. With the first racially integrated school year in diocesan history approaching, local politicians resisted, including Judge Perez. They organized protests, boycotted Sunday collections, and threatened to pull children out of the newly desegregated schools. At the time, the Archbishop's decision to deny communion to these Catholic politicians was shocking to many. And what might Judge Leander Perez say? That the Archbishop was inappropriately weaponizing Holy Communion against racist white Catholics? Politicizing the Eucharist against segregation? Well, despite the initial uproar, in the fall of 1962, Louisiana Catholic schools opened fully integrated. For the first time, black and white students attended classes side by side at Catholic schools. There was no violence. Today, the debate continues over whether bishops should deny communion to persistent abortion promoters in public office. Some argue that barring politicians from communion could alleviate scandal and show Catholics in the pews once again that the Church will not allow powerful men to flout human dignity without consequences. After all, Catholic teaching against abortion is no less adamant than that against racism. And if Rummel's confrontation of wayward Catholic politicians could help end segregation, perhaps Paprocki's could help save infant lives. But Paprocki himself made a further point. It's my hope and prayer these lawmakers reconcile themselves with the Church so they can receive communion, he said. According to the Catholic Catechism, that is the central purpose of denying communion, to warn that a person's soul is in danger and to encourage him lovingly to repent and return home. In fact, after the Church's victory over segregation in 1962, Bishop Rummel won another spiritual victory. Judge Leander Perez eventually repented and knelt once again to receive the Eucharist in full communion with the Church. Counterproductive? You decide. This has been an episode of CVTV. Subscribe to CVTV on YouTube, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and sign up at catholicvote.org/loop.